Hello, everybody. My name is Quitta Randolph, better known as Quitta, and I'm going to talk to you today about fear. It's such a small but big concept, and believe it or not, it it is rooted very deep, very deep, and fear is fear is a good thing when we're talking about surviving, but fear is also very stunting, very scary. It creates mental distortion. It creates panic. And so, I want to tell y'all a story real quick. The other day, I was walking my dog Kay, who is a pit bull. He is about 90 to 95 pounds. And I was walking him and leashed with harness and leash. And I was walking him and in the street, and a little boy and his grandmother or his mother, whoever she was on the sidewalk. She was sitting down, and the little boy was kind of like walking a little bit. And she gets up and she goes, "Get over here, boy. That's a big old dog. He could eat you up." Now, I know you might be thinking that she's just bringing awareness to the child. But really, what that's doing is instilling fear of big dogs, fear of dogs. And you got to think about it. Beyond that instillness that's coming up when you're a child, there's also indented fear, which is things that your ancestors or people before you have been through in your lineage. This is something that's passed down through your lineage of fear. It doesn't have to be something that's actually spoken about. It could be something that's experienced and witnessed, and that fear is passed on through the lineage, through behavior, through words, through how you make, through the moves that you make or the moves that you have witnessed. All these things accumulated over time contribute to the fears that you have and the fears that you are afraid to get over. But let me tell you, fear, the reason why fear is good is because in order to survive, you have to have an instinct awareness of fear. Like when your life is in danger, that's when the fear instinct kicks in. But when you have indented fear or misplaced fear, you can literally put yourself in survival mode and have yourself stuck in survival mode because your body is like, what's coming, what's up, what I need to be aware of. And that puts yourself in fight or flight mode. Like, you ever have somebody jump out at you, and even if your reaction is to freeze or to scream, like, you still have that initial reaction to react, to have a fear response, whether it's fight, flight, or freeze. Whatever it is, you have a response. You have not only a response, you have a bodily reaction. And so when you're moving with fear, you have that gut wrenching, I don't know what's around the corner, it's uncomfortable, I'm panicking a little bit. Like, you have that fear, that worry. That's how you know that you are moving with fear. To address that, you gotta be like, what's going on? Like, what am I afraid of? Somebody telling me no? It might hurt my feelings, but no is not the end of the world. No is not the end of the world. Your life is not going to end because somebody told you no. They probably did you a favor. 9 times out of 10 they did. So you got to get out of the habit of, you got to get through these indented fears. Okay, whether this is indented fears about money, feeling like, oh, you got to work, 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 retire, then work, 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 work. What kind of life is that? The life of a worker bee? The life of a slave? Oh, you know what? Slavery was only like. So when people say like slavery is over, slavery has really just um evolved. It's no longer um it's no longer how it was where they can whip you. You know, now you can defend yourself. You could always defend yourself, but fear is what kept you, not really you, but someone in your lineage, if that's a part of your lineage, kept you or them in place. Fear is what kept them there. Fear. Okay? So when we're talking about moving through fear, because you're moving through it, because you got all these fears, like, no, don't go pulling you on, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, but you know you got a destination to get through, and the destination is moving through fear. You move through fear, and boom, it's like, whoa, it wasn't even that bad. Have you ever had a moment where in your mind you're like on high alert, you're thinking the impossible, you're thinking the worst, and then as you're thinking the worst, you finally make that phone call, or you finally take that step, or you finally get an interview, or you know, whatever it is, you finally do it, and you're like, whew, that was not as bad as I made it seem. And the reason why it's not as bad as you make it seem is because fear. Because fear. We fear what we don't know. We fear what we don't understand. And instead of asking questions, we just let ourselves be consumed by fear, and we make fearful decisions. We make moves through in fear. That's why those decisions don't feel good, because we're moving with fear instead of moving with certainty. And so I came here today to make this video to let you know that fear is false evidence appearing real. Fear is in the mind. It's an illusion. Meaning, when you are creating worst case scenarios, that's you. That's you doing that, which lets you know that you are in control of this big, beautiful mind of yours. You are in control. You just let people scare you. You let people come at you and whisper and talk fear over you, and you was just like, you're right. I should move with fear. I should be terrified of my dreams. No. You should be inspired by your dreams. You should want to live up to your dreams. You should want great things for yourself. And every one of us does. And every one of us has the ability to get this dream life that you have for yourself. Like, it's not impossible. It's not just for those type of people. No, 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 no. It's for you. It's for me. It's for us. We deserve and have the capability to make our dreams a reality. And let me tell you, come here. Come. It's on the other side of fear that you are able to experience life to the fullest. So stop being afraid to take action. Stop being afraid to put yourself in the spotlight. Stop being afraid to talk. Stop being afraid. Stop being so fearful. There is no such thing as being without fear, because fear is how we survive in the wild. Fear is an instinctual thing that we have as humans that keeps us alive. When we have that tingly fear, it puts us on awareness, like what's going on? What do we need to be aware of? But you gotta know that every time your heart drops, like, okay, all right. So if you had a really bad childhood experience where, say for example, where you got in a car accident and you're a child, it doesn't have to be a baby, but you're young, okay, and you got in a car accident, not your fault, you wasn't even the driver, but you got in a car accident that put your life in danger. And so now you have a fear, and it's an indented fear. Something happened to you and your body has stored that photographic memory, muscle memory, emotional memory. Your body has stored it but put it in the back so that you can continue living. But the moment something comes close, like a car gets too close to you, gotta swerve, whatever, something, and it makes your heart drop and it brings all those memories and all that stuff, and now you're in fear again. This is where you have to take control of the wheel. This is where you have to say, whoa, Quitta. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right? I'm being a careful driver. I could be more aware, but I'm being a careful driver. I'm okay. Nothing is happening. I'm not in an accident. And that will put the dragon to bed because you're good. You just checked yourself. You didn't give in to fear and say, oh my God, I'm never ever driving again. This was too much. And you didn't get road rage. No. You just reassured yourself. And in that moment, you made yourself feel safe instead of more fearful. Because when you react outrageous, that lets you know that, okay, right now I feel powerless and I'm going to yell because I feel unheard and I feel scared. And I'm doing whatever I feel like I got to do to protect myself. But when you reassure yourself, you allow that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, calm down. All right, I'm here, I'm safe, I'm alive. That car's a dick, but it's all right. And move on. And each time you go through these experiences and you're moving through fear, you just learn from it. You're just learning how to react. You're just learning how to respond. And then you're reassuring yourself along the way. So that's what I wanted to come to you today with, Chosen One, to tell you, to remind you that fear is false evidence appearing real, and you do not have to give into it. You have the power. You always have. Take control of the wheel of your life.